Hey everybody, welcome to another player card review. Today we're going to be doing Horror in High Gear. This is the car one. Can you tell by the name? Unfortunately, no cars in any of the cards we have here today.
Yeah, I'm mostly just disappointed that Lonnie is still relegated to being a tailor.
She, you know, with Daniela Rees, we might see. I hope we see some sort of car or something in Edge of the Earth. I hope so. But enough about that. Let's talk about some cards. We're starting with Enchanted Armor. This is a 1-cost, 2 experience ritual armor asset that takes up the body slot and the spell slot. Commits for a brain and a foot. It has star horror and star damage. That's wild. Play under Enchanted Armor under the control of any investigator at a location. After damage and or horror is placed on Enchanted Armor, the owner of Enchanted Armor tests Brain X, where X is the total amount of damage and horror on it. If the test fails, discard Enchanted Armor and assign the damage and or horror just placed on it somewhere else.
So we already talked about this one for a different video today, but I bet I saved this comment for hoping that it would come up. But I bet this card's really sick in Tommy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, what are they gonna do? Kill your Enchanted Armor?
Put it back
Make money, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that seems great.
It's got a lot of options to get high brain. You can run Holy Rosary, you can run Brain Man.
Brother Xavier.
Brother Xavier, yeah. I bet Tommy makes a nice blast deck too. You get Nephthys, you get like Spirit of Humanity. Oh, imagine being able to just kill your stuff whenever you want.
That's what it was.
Oh my
no,
god.
Travis, that's what it was. You know how I said I had a Tommy deck with a question mark? It was Tommy Spirit of Humanity question mark. That was it. That was actually
so
it.
Good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this. I mean, you can also play this card in decks where you don't have high brain, and then just give it to your friends, and when they try to assign damage to it, they're like, "Can you pass the brain test?" You're like, "No, buddy."
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
you
they
have
gotta
to
take the
feel
damage anyway. But,
at least 4 brain and be prepared to like commit a card to not have this explode.
yeah.
It is generally not a great card, I think.
Yeah, I think like apart from
it's
two
incredibly
investigators that we have here, which are Tommy and Will.
I think.
Yeah,
I think
I mean,
Diana Stanley also could make solid use of this. She can just get up to 6 brain.
Yep.
Yeah, Sister Mary, like if she plays towards it to a brain build, she can get pretty good use out of it as well. Zoe potentially also could. Like Blue does have some real options to get additional brains, so I think any of the guys that are like
Already
4
pretty high.
brain
Yeah.
can probably use it okay, but it's still like.
Mark Harrigan could use it, but you really probably shouldn't. And like, you could like take damage to make your brain better, but then you're already trying not to take damage. Like, what exactly is going on right now?
No, you just make an endless loop.
Yeah.
Place the damage on Enchanted.
It's,
it's
I
direct.
thought about that.
It's
It's direct, yes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, otherwise Armor of Ardennis, Mark would be
Oh,
sick.
let's go!
Yeah. No, but
no,
yeah,
that card might
this
be
card
good
is
somewhere.
like it's very niche, but when it's strong, it's pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the design on this card a lot too. It
It's
feels like a fun card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very good as you play on higher difficulties because you want to run less and less tests.
Yeah.
But yeah, I figured most of the community probably plays on standard.
Yeah, it is.
Or
Lower.
easier standard. Yeah, standard or lower.
I think most of the cool people play on standard.
Are you saying we're cool? I was like, absolutely not.
yes.
I only play on
Absolutely
easy.
not. Yeah.
No baby.
You know, we should actually do a video about difficulties and like also just say like play on standard, but don't
I have
feel
a how to win video about that that we just haven't got to.
perfect. Cool.
Right on.
That'll be coming in the future. All right. Up next, we got the Blessing of Isis. This is a 2-cost, 3 experience ritual blessed asset that commits for a wild. When a second blessed token is revealed during a single skill test at your location, exhaust Blessing of Isis, cancel that token and treat it as if it were a Elder Sign token instead. Return both of those tokens to the Chaos Bag after this test ends.
So for this to be good, you have to be producing quite a few blessed tokens. Or, I mean, like, yes, you do. Even if you're going to stick on Favor of the Sun and just hope to draw a second one. I guess that's not true. You could wait till you draw the first one and then fire off the one off Favor of the Sun. But also, you need to have, like, a star effect that's worth spending 3 experience on. And I personally feel like that relegates this pretty much exclusively to Father Mateo.
Zoe Samaras. Or is this
I
just
guess.
extra damage during combat?
Yeah.
It turns
Yeah,
every
maybe.
weapon into what it is, plus Blessed Blade, basically.
Maybe.
Is that worth 3 XP?
Plus all
I
the
mean,
other
I
stuff,
think that'd be
maybe.
sick in your freaking actual God Warrior Zoe deck. That could be kind of, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
like
like,
a
it would
little
be good in
inconsistent,
Yorick
I
if you
think.
could play it, but you can't.
Yeah, it's I just echo what Travis just said. Just inconsistent, and that's not for me.
Well, star tokens are also, like, actually, a great many of them are not that good. Pretty much what it means is you didn't get a penalty.
Yeah.
And that's where you are.
If you're playing a Blessed deck, I guess, like, if you're playing Sister Mary, and, like, you're playing with 2 other people who have very strong stars, you could make it work, I guess.
Yep, I suppose it does return
But-
them.
It does
to the
return them.
bag.
Yeah.
So it does help you out in that regard, where you can, if you reveal 2 of them, you don't have to remove them from the bag now. You just get to do whatever it was you were doing anyway.
And also, like, I mean, this
It's
is,
got
we're talking,
background
like,
for it.
once again, like, this is, like, fringe case of the card, but it feels nice. You get your brain draws Blessed token, Curse token, Blessed token, then you're, like, the Curse token leaves and the Blessed token stay.
The curse token, oh man, it sucks to suck.
But I think it's just generally inconsistent, and to echo that, too, you want to have an Elder Sign effect that actually is, like,
Yeah.
nice to get off.
Yeah, that you actively want.
Yeah. I think it would be fun in Father Mateo. That'd be nice. Just turn them into freaking extra actions. Let's go. Okay, I'm gonna do both of these under the same heading. But we have the Cryptic Grimoires. These are we'll do them. I'm gonna do both of them.
Elder Herald. Text of the Elder Herald.
It's a 3-cost, 4 experience item tome cursed asset that takes up a hand slot. Commits for a book and a foot. You can only include them if you have translated the Grimoire. As a reaction, after you resolve 1 or more cursed tokens during a skill test, place that many secrets on Cryptic Grimoire. As a reaction, when you play an insight event during your turn, spend 2 secrets. That event gains fast and reduces cost by 1. And the other one is
the Elder Guardian.
when you would draw the top card in the counter deck, you could spend 5 secrets and draw a card from your deck instead.
So that's like a pretty insane effect. The other one is also like quietly very, very good. But that being said, I think these ones, I haven't had the chance to try them out yet, but I intend to. And I think that they're kind of bad.
I think they're bad.
I think they're kind of bad.
Return to the Circle Undone, we'll just play Cursed.
Okay.
But not tell Justin.
No, you must tell me.
No.
Please, I would like to join in.
We just roll up and just play like a
Sure.
little green card. Brady, you play Trish, and then I'll play like is there yellow green investigator?
No.
Whatever, I'll just play Mandy, and I can play green cards then. And then just can play some kind of dark purple investigator with the apocalypse and stuff.
Let's go.
It would be pretty alright. We could have our purple investigator be Dexter, so then you get all the green curse stuff too.
Oh, that's a lot of curse.
Did we just come up
we
with,
try to do a test and we're like -8.
It just custom. This idea seems fun. Cuts to it. We're on fire. Ah!
It's the encounter phase. I'm playing Mandy, I get my predictor. I'll draw a card from my deck instead, and Brandon's like, I'll fail my test. I'll fail my test.
Because this thing has so much going against it. You need to first translate it, which requires 10 curse tokens in the bag.
I don't think that's quite as difficult to achieve
No.
as that test. I don't think it happens in the first scenario, but like if you're trying to do it, it's not that hard.
Yeah, it's true, but you need to spend time
It is
doing
a
it
step.
when other things,
once you translate it, you get to replace half of them with blessed tokens, and it's not like you've just kind of shitted up the whole bag.
It's true. But the other thing is
For
that
everybody.
you need to resolve the curse tokens when you draw them. If someone else does, you don't get the secrets on it, which is actually going to be more relevant in higher player games. I think in 4-player, don't play this card. You can run some Favor of the Moons to ensure it's happening, but now you're spending so much for the 5 seek, the spending 5 to draw a card from your deck is that's so cool, right? But it's going to require so much for that to actually hit.
How many times do you need to do that in a scenario before you think it's good, Justin?
Probably just 1.
Yeah.
Because that's, I think, all you'll get from it.
Alright, so you can just put secrets on it with yellow cards, right?
Yes, that's true.
There are ways to get secrets without like possibly you could play it and have the you need to get 2 or 3 of them, and then you just play an event from your hand, and you're like, hey.
Yeah.
The yellow covenant does put
But-
tokens back into the bag.
It does.
Yeah.
It does, and it counts them as +1s instead.
I just think I think it's gonna work a lot less than the majority of other cards you can put in your deck would.
Yeah.
Even in the Curse archetype, if you're playing, I think, with 3 or more players, this card's like just not great.
Yeah. I mean, like if you ever make this trigger twice, you've probably won the scenario.
Yes.
So there is that. I think this does fall on like it's a very swingy power axis for this card. Like either it's the best thing you've ever done, or it didn't do anything and you spent 3 money and 4 experience on it.
Like there's a lot of secret support as
Yep.
well. You
Yeah,
can just play around it.
I mean, like a purple who can play purple and can play Enraptured can be pretty fun with this one because like you're just
Yeah, so, like-
investigating and getting secrets on it.
You can have like Eldritch Sophist to move around the secrets off Forbidden Tome.
Ariadne's Twine.
Yeah, Ariadne's Twine.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I would think you probably shouldn't. Unlike most of the untranslated stuff, maybe this one's not great to rush. Because you need to spend experience on the enabling parts instead.
If there isn't too much experience to spend, but
No, but like you probably don't want this after like scenario 1 or scenario 2.
oh no.
You probably want it a little bit further down the road, like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's probably like experience like 12 to 20 or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think given the access yellows received 2 cards that allow you to cheese secrets onto things, this might be really good. Much better than the other one, I think.
Oh, then the Insight one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that also kind of makes it so, like, this one's a bit harder to roll randomly for with Shrewd Analysis because, you know...
Yeah,
But, like-
this one's incredibly highly specialized.
Yeah, but as Travis said, too, like, this one, I think, to me, is a bit more like... It's going to go off more, right? Because, you know...
Playing Cursed Joe, and your teammates are like, "What you got there, Joe?" And you're like, "A smoothie."
It's a bunch of cursed tokens.
Dumping curse tokens into the bag with your other hand.
This is a card, though, I would like to, like, see more of. Because maybe, you know, like, as you say, Builder with the Secrets, it could do
Yeah.
more, but...
No, I think it's cool. The downside to the other one is mainly that the cards that allow you to cheat secrets onto it are not going to be more efficient than just paying the money for
Yeah.
the insights would have been.
Yeah. I'm gonna use it to pay for this card that puts 2 secrets back on.
Yeah,
My
right.
power level is rising.
Power overwhelming.
Alright, up next we got Riastrad. This card is
Sick as frig.
It's pretty good.
This is 0 cost, 1 experience, Spell Spirit Cursed event that commits for 2 fists. Fight. When you initiate this attack, add up to 3 curse tokens to the Chaos Bag. For each curse token added to the Chaos Bag in this way, you get +1 fist and deal +1 damage for this attack.
This is a
cool.
payoff for your Spirit of Humanity, Calvin.
Yeah. It's
Heal up.
it's a reference to the Cucullin myth.
Yeah.
This card's actually pretty good though. The
Mm-hmm.
costing 0 resources and committing for 2 punch is pretty huge.
Yeah.
It's also like being a spell and a spirit are both incredibly relevant to subtypes. The spell a little less so because green doesn't really get to interact with that much, and there's only 2 investigators who can play the cards that interact with spell stuff, and can also play this card.
Can
still-
Gloria play green cards?
Yep.
Or is that the one she can?
She can play events and skills.
Oh yeah, no, Gloria could play this card,
Yeah.
but Gloria's also got 1 punch because
Yep,
she old.
she does. Yeah, she is old. She is a skeleton.
That's
With,
okay. It gives you +4. +3.
I mean, I think this card's just it's just nice damage.
Yeah. Anytime that the game allows you to deal 3 or more damage and does not ask you for 3 resources in exchange, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
Or like multiple cards, or cards that cost you 5 experience, or any sort of thing
Yeah,
like that.
seeing Gaze of War actually it makes us feel like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
probably
yeah.
should. There's like a thing missing from the cost, like whether it just costing 1 resource or 2 resources or like being too experienced, like
Yeah, they definitely have like the thought process of Promise of Power being like it should cost 0 because they're probably going to draw one of the curse tokens they just put in, right? But even then, that curse token, it's now you just get +1, and if you're playing this, you have the fist to attack with more often than not.
You're probably not in trouble unless you see like all of the curse tokens you just put in.
And like if you're running this, you're probably like this is one of those spells that can like cards that can run outside of the curse archetype, but like you might even just like have that the covenant that just says nah, right?
Yeah, not this time. Nice try, Satan.
Yeah.
No, I've considered putting this card in our. We're currently playing a Innsmouth Conspiracy. No, is it Innsmouth Conspiracy? No, it isn't. A different campaign.
The Forgotten Age?
Yeah, the Return to the Forgotten Age. Which I have clearly forgotten.
Despite having played it 4 hours earlier.
Look.
No, I get it. Mush brain.
Yeah. I am playing a Leo Anderson deck with no real way to interact with the token bag at all, or desire to do so, but I've considered putting this in several upgrade points. Because 4 damage for 1 card is a lot of damage.
You don't need any hand slots for it either.
You don't need any. You can do it if you're a tree.
And like also like there's times where you can just sometimes you just don't even need all 3. Like you just need to kill something that has some damage on it, just like go. Because it doesn't cost anything.
I would always have all 3 though.
Yeah, I mean we know you would.
Yeah, always.
All right. Who's next?
For relentless.
All right, guys, say it with me. I just drew a blessed token, a cursed token, and a blessed token, and that means it's time to play Tristan Botley.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
5 cost, 3/2, 2 experience, commits for a while. He's an ally, he's a criminal, and the dude's also cursed.
Why isn't he blessed too?
Great question.
Because green characters don't get to be blessed. If they were blessed, they wouldn't be green.
They'd be yellow.
No, but like actually, though, there are no happy green characters.
No. Joey the Rat is probably...
Joey the Rat's only happy when he's ripping somebody off,
true.
which is sometimes.
Jenny seems like she's doing have a pretty good time,
Except for the fact that her beloved younger sister has gone
gone
missing.
for years, whatever, man.
And apart from that,
Tony just goes around killing people. That seems pretty good.
Yeah,
but like for money, and it weighs on his soul.
It definitely does. Tristan is as a reaction after your turn begins, choose 2 skills. Until the start of your next turn, you get +1 to each of those skills. As a reaction after any skill test ends in which a total of 3 or more curse or blessed tokens are revealed, play him from your hand at no cost.
What about Preston? He's living the high life. He just gets money, and they're like, you owe us. And he's like, I don't even know who you are.
But the dude the thing is, he knows he's weak as hell. He acts tough, but he knows he has 1s in all the stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who cares? He's 4 money a turn.
It's true. Tristan, you pretty much only play him in a deck where there's curse and blessed tokens in there.
Yes.
Multiple people putting curse and blessed tokens into the bag regularly.
Yeah, 5 is a lot of money to pay for an ally.
He's a good ally.
Yeah, he is.
3/2 is pretty solid, and getting to pick which of your numbers are good is good if you're everyone except Preston, because it doesn't matter. It's still bad. Whatever you picked.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you get enough of them.
Yeah. Although, like, you are correct. If you play like enough skill modifiers, like maybe you're playing a Dark Horse Preston deck, and you can just afford to play this guy.
Yeah, Dark Horse Goose.
Yeah.
Dark Horse.
This guy.
Cool charisma, so you can play Delilah and Lola and Tristan.
Like I got numbers that don't suck.
I'm unstoppable.
5 foot. It'd be 6 foot. It's better than some investigators have printed on them.
The only thing I wish about Tristan was that he maybe like had a little bit less of the soak and costed like 1 less. So like there's like he's a bit more wanting to play outside of the curse thing because he is good. Like his text is nice. But
yeah, it's like a bit of a shame that he's tied to the curse blessed stuff so much.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded seeing him be like after a skill test ends during which 3 tokens are revealed.
Yeah.
Just like I mean I understand that would be just better.
But you're probably a little too good with purple
characters.
But then they could have just made him 3
where you
experience,
just,
right?
Fire off Dark Prophecy or whatever and be like, hey.
Yeah.
Trigger your Olive McBride, like, oh no!
Yeah, someone's just playing Jacqueline.
Yeah.
I think Tristan's cool. Just wish he wasn't tied
He
to
is
the
a
archetype
little
as much as he is.
Yeah. Although that's not unreasonable, even if you weren't. When would you ever play him over a different green ally?
It depends on what she costs. Like, if he costs, like, 2 or 3 resources.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Yeah. He's up against a tough field, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Like Joey the Rat.
Like Joey the Rat?
Right.
Like Lola Santiago?
We got Curse of Aeons. This is a 2-cost, 3 experience, ritual cursed asset that commits for a wild. As a reaction, when the second curse token is revealed during a single skill test, your location, exhaust Curse of Aeons, cancel that token, and treat it as if it were a skull instead. You may choose to remove both of those tokens from the chaos bag after the test ends.
Yes, it goes into gym, but
It's
This
so
is like
bad.
step 1 of how we try to convince Justin to play Jim again.
I mean, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you
like,
don't
it's
need to
gonna work.
convince me. One day it will.
Costs
But
3
Experience so much.
and you still have to draw the skull.
You have to try. Yeah, I mean, with,
You still have to get a negative modifier.
yeah, with like once again,
Half the purple cards don't want you to draw those.
it's true. But like even with Jim,
Some
it's
of them
still
do.
a -2.
This is true.
With Jim, it's a -2. But I'm gonna just say to add on to that, with everyone else, it's probably like a -5, right? Like yeah, it doesn't cancel both of them.
Yeah,
So
it only cancels 1.
anyone outside of Jim
Oh my god.
is just like, this card's bad, and in Jim, this card's not good.
The Song of the Dead.
Like you guys, everyone knows I have a love for Jim in the bottom of my heart, but this card's just not the way.
I'm a little bit confused. Like, I kind of see what they're going for, but they're like, we need an allegatory for the Blessing of Isis, and they just, like, the designer just brought his dog in today, and he shit on his computer, and this is what came out.
Yeah.
This is what the keys pressed.
Yeah, I do appreciate them putting more cards into the game that might ever make Jim good.
It's a tough ask, though.
You know?
But just like 2 curse tokens, it only cancels 1 modifier, so you're still. And most skulls later on in the scenario get to like -4 or 5.
Unless you're Jim, attacking with Song of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and purple doesn't even put that many curse tokens.
No, they
in.
don't.
Like, I could kind of understand this. Like, this should
There's
have been
level
like
2.
No, it should just been like a yellow or a green card, and it was like if 2 curse tokens were revealed, cancel their modifiers, removed from the bag. Like,
Yeah, no, this card's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
pretty dope.
I'm gonna play it. Yes. Yes, I will.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hate myself for
Gonna
it.
hate every second of it.
I mean, if we're doing mono curses for Circle, I'm sorry, I have to be Jim.
That's okay.
I
It would be better than not being part of the curse crew.
It's true.
Because,
Yeah,
like, you wouldn't get to play the game.
it's true. It's true. All right. Let us see. Man, Return to Circle is going to be hard too. Like it's already a hard campaign. All right, next up we got Unrelenting. This is a 1 experience practice skill that commits for a wild. Max 1 committed per test, and after you commit Unrelenting to a skill test, search the chaos bag for up to 3 non-auto-fail chaos tokens of your choice and seal them on Unrelenting. If all 3 tokens sealed on Unrelenting are +1/0 Blessed or Elder Sign, draw 2 cards. Release all tokens sealed here after the test ends.
Kind of odd that they keep printing cards that are just broken as Silas.
I mean, like, it doesn't actually matter, right? Like, no matter what you do, he's gonna be, like, kind of good.
Yeah, but it's not just like broken where you get to draw through. You get to draw 2 cards every
Yeah.
turn for free.
It's so yeah. In Silas, this card is freaking busted. It solves the problem that he has. In other investigators, the card's still like fine, but like the power disparity between Silas and everyone else is really high.
Yeah, you can. It does have a lot of versatility to it as well. You can use it on skills that you or tests that you'd like to succeed and seal the hard tokens.
Yep.
If you're playing with people playing blessed synergy, you can seal your blessed tokens on it, so you don't draw them for a test where you don't need them.
If you're playing fail, you can use it to seal the cards that
you can
the
use it.
tokens that would make you pass, and then
Yeah.
you get to draw the cards anyway. It's a cool card, don't get me wrong. It's just like, it's also practice. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. The two things I'm biased. I like when I'm looking forward to Silas getting even more broken things in the future, just because like he's my boy. But it is a little bit like it. Just if it was, I would understood if it was 2 cards after this test ends. But like having Silas just be able to draw 2, like.
And pick it back up and do it every test.
Every turn, yeah. Like
it's wild too, so like every test.
Yeah. And then also like when it's in your discard pile and you draw your really strong Elder Sign token, you just get this back and then you can still just like draw cards off of it because it's when it's committed. Card's wild, and also the mechanical part of this card of having to like seal tokens.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely awful.
Someone let a comment where, and they were 100% right when we had the shortcut where I was just like, if I draw these tokens, I'm just going to keep drawing, right? Like mathematically, those could have been the tokens that I drew, right?
Yeah,
so
whatever,
like,
dude.
and exactly like whatever. But the thing is, I think cards like this are a little bit too fiddly. They shouldn't, like, it's just a bit too much.
It's
not
a problem
thing
if
to
you're
play
only
with.
doing it twice.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess.
That's very fair. Bryn. But yeah, cards busted and Silas and is good in everybody else that can run it, that wants to run it rather. Like, it's not going to be good in a Patrice deck, right? But you're not going to be looking at this card being like, oh, I need this in my Patrice Hathaway deck, man.
I mean, maybe you are.
It's odd how many times we've been talking about cards. Like, yeah, it's not really good in Patrice though.
Yeah, that's the Patrice power, right? All right, last one we got here is Signum Crucis. This is a 2 experience, practice, blessed, skill, commits for a wild. Commit only to a skill test you're performing, and only if the difficulty of that test is higher than your base skill value. After you commit Signum Crucis to a skill test, add X blessed tokens to the Chaos Bag, where X is the difference between the test difficulty and your base skill value.
This is like kind of trash, I think.
Yeah, this card is like the worst thing that this card does is make Father Mateo so much worse because he's in the artwork. So, like, you gotta play it.
I mean, like,
That's
what
the
this card?
rules.
This card exists.
I don't make them.
Like, all of the red cards and their ability to put blessed tokens in the back are kind of given because of Ancient Covenant. Where like they can't be repeatable for the most part.
Yeah.
And like, cause just automatically 16 tests is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one is actually good in Patrice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because every test you try to perform, it's gonna suck because you have 2s, and that's just that.
If you're going hard on Blessed Silas and you just like spend your turn investigating trap locations, you could put Blessed tokens in and then repeat it. But even then, I think like the thing is this like is really only you're getting good value out of it in Preston
or Calvin early on.
Yeah. Oh, Calvin. Let's go.
Well, no, like with the Ancient Covenant, you
worse
shouldn't be
as-
looking at how many blessed tokens. It's like how many automatic successes do you get to put in the bag, right?
Yeah.
But with Calvin, you just get to pick a skill test and be like this number.
Well, yes, it's good in Calvin because it cares about his base skill and his skills reserve. Yes, like all the others. This is true.
Put it in the box.
It's also practice.
It is. Thanks, Travis. Thanks, the fake Travis in the corner of the room, the practice Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this card is just like it's fine.
So you get to play like a minty fan deck where you put like a bunch of curse tokens in the bag to fuel your tome, your Cryptic Grimoire, but then also play like a bunch of these blessed cards that practice, so you can get them off your practice makes perfect, but also
To offset what you've done.
yeah, to offset what you've done, and the Spirit of Humanity.
No, I don't think I'm going to.
Why not? You can make the whole game kind of shitty.
When you put it like that, that's not a bad
I'm gonna
sell.
dump 1 million tokens in the bag. I'm gonna fish through for the 3 of them for my Unrelenting.
Yeah. All right, Travis, you convinced me.
Try and punch this monster up, but practice makes perfect. Signum Crucis, yeah. I'll fail to hit me back, that's okay. I can heal up with my spirit. Put some more curse tokens in the bag.
Everyone, like, so... It's a good point of, like, how do you lose Arkham Horror? And it's just you just do turns that you do essentially nothing. And that might be... a perfect example.
We got lots of, but if you're lucky, you might be able to get 5 curse tokens on your tome, and you can just tread water forever.
It's true. Just, I'm not drowning, but I'm not getting out. All right, what do we think of this pack overall?
It's like one of the good things it does have. The big thing it has is like the Cryptic Grimoires, I think. So that way the other one is not useless. But overall, unless you are a person who plays exclusively Silas, I think this pack is kind of dirt.
The green cards are good.
There's like a lot of super niche stuff.
I think the best card in this pack is probably Riastrad, right?
Yeah.
Because it can fit anywhere. And if you are a Silas stan, you need this pack. Like, this card unlocks him and turns him into an absolute monster.
Brings back memories of your catastrophe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, this pack, like, I think this one a skip if you're just getting them for the player cards.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, unless
you're
you
like
want to play green curse.
Unless you're super
Archetype, in
into
which
the
case-
curse and bless stuff.
Yeah.
But as you once said in a previous video, like, if you want that, you're going to get the whole cycle.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, even like looking at that, most of these cards are like counter for it. Like, Blessing of Isis, you don't play that. The Cryptic Grimoire, yes, okay, that is like the yellow payoff. Riastrad, like, isn't necessary for the curse one.
It is
Tristan
if you're
Botley.
playing green curses. There aren't actually that many ways to put curses into the bag.
Well, you know.
But it's okay
Well,
because
they
what you're
use them as
looking
costs.
for, is you
And
get
you
single
mitigate
shot
them.
powerful effects,
Yeah.
and then effects to mitigate.
Tristan Botley actually
Yeah.
is, but like Curse of Garbage isn't.
Curse of Aeons, you need that.
Next on that
And
one.
like Signum Crucis isn't super important for the red bless decks. So
Sweet. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next week for the next one, which is called In Too Deep.
Is it actually though this time? Maybe.
Nope. It is A Light in the Fog,
I
I
did
think.
that one
Yep.
actually.
All right.
But you're right, it could be in too deep in that one. In too
Yeah.
deep inside the lighthouse.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. See you later, everybody. Bye.